Hello and welcome back to Crochet Flow. My name is Paris. Happy New Year, and I hope this new year is coming with great resolutions, either to start crocheting or knitting or to finish up projects. For me, I'm waiting for February because I'm calling my February. I will be calling February, finish it February, because I'm hoping to finish some old blankets that I've been working on, some sweaters that I have been knitting because I've picked up knitting. So those are my plans, at least for up to February. Like I said again, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are not new, and if you're new, welcome to Paris Crochet Flow. This is my small area on the internet where I talk about my crochet projects, about yarn, about all the fun I have making small amigurumis and other things, everything yarn. So welcome, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 challenges that crochet beginners need to overcome. So you could call them 5 challenges or take them as 5 tips. So again, I'll be talking about 5 tips for crochet beginners or challenges that beginners need to overcome. I have notes right here, so if you see me looking aside, that's what I'm looking at. And I am drinking my glitter and gold tea. I'm steeping it in my tea ball from David's Tea, and it's a high caffeine tea, and I hope it will wake me up today because it's a cold day. And it's in my mug that says it takes balls to knit. I don't knit much, so that was just a nice mug I bought some times back. So back to the 5 tips for crochet beginners, or 5 challenges for crochet beginners to overcome. So number 1 is unrealistic expectations. What I mean by this is most of the time when we start crocheting, maybe we are inspired by something you see on Pinterest or on Etsy, and you think, I can do this. And I'm not saying you can't, but I would say it's good to have realistic expectations, and that means not expecting yourself to start large or with complicated projects, always knowing that you need to have expectations that you know you can meet. Okay, I'll follow up this tip with 4 more, so they are all gonna be connected in one way or the other. Challenge number 2 is choice of materials. So what I have found is that a lot of people lately are making crochet amigurumis, which are beautiful, gorgeous. That's my obsession. However, the choice of materials for most amigurumis is the chunky yarn or blanket yarn, and as a beginner I must say blanket yarn as it is difficult to work with, even for people who have been crocheting for a long time. So give yourself some grace. Start with yarn that's not chunky. I mean, even if it's chunky, it shouldn't be blanket yarn, because then if you start with blanket yarn, you're going to get frustrated and you probably will give up and think that you can't do it. So my advice, and I'm sure a lot of other crocheters will second this, is that start with either weight number 4 yarn or weight number 5, which is a little bit more chunky but not blanket yarn, and start small. And this is another point that will be coming on. So do not start with chenille yarn or blanket yarn, because you will definitely get frustrated. Okay, so choice of materials: choose worsted weight yarn or choose bulky weight number 5, because that is less fluffy, and you're going to, you can see your stitches, and you can gauge your progress based on how you're doing using yarn that is not blanket yarn. Number 3 is choice of projects. Choosing complicated designs will discourage you. For example, if you go on Etsy and find, maybe you see a cute dragon or a penguin or something that is a complicated design and you think it's very cute and that's what you're going to start with, that is going to frustrate you. It's going to discourage you. You're going to think you cannot do it and you will lose hope. So I would suggest choosing to start with small objects. Even if you want to end up making amigurumis, you could start by making just a stress ball. So start small, start flat, and also learn the basics before you embark on big projects. For example, if you want to end up making amigurumis, you need to learn how to make a magic ring. You need to learn how to do increases and decreases. You need to learn how to work in the rounds, how to do spiral joints or whatever. So start small. Do not start with big projects because, again, like I said, you're going to be frustrated. So choice of project is very important. So choose small, choose flat, and don't choose complicated projects. My point number 4 is choice of hooks. There is so many different hooks out there on Amazon. There is some beautiful hooks, and people see those crochet hooks and they think, oh, I'm gonna go for the prettiest or whatever. But I would say choose the most basic crochet hooks, and mostly if you can, my best recommendation would be to start with just a basic, maybe even an aluminum hook, or start with some of those hooks that have some grip of some sort. That way you're not going to get frustrated trying to work with some long hooks that you know what, just choose simple. Use a simple design. You could buy even hooks from dollar store or whatever, but start small. Don't buy super complicated hooks to start with. And my recommendation is that if you're starting with weight number 4 or number 5, start with crochet hook size 5 or size 6. Okay, my tip number 5 or challenge number 5, patience. A lot of people are very impatient. You start a project and you feel like it's going slowly, you're not getting the skills, you lose hope before you even make anything. So any skill requires patience. So give yourself some grace. Again, like I said, practice. Do not get discouraged if you're not getting the right tension. Do not get discouraged if you're not finishing your projects. Just remember, be patient, practice, and like I said, start small. The more you make small items and finish them, the better you're gonna feel about making the next big item. So for example, small things, you could start with coasters, you could start with hearts, you could start with dish scrubbers or just face scrubbers. There's so many small projects that you can do. You can work on to build your confidence slowly, and also to practice on your basic skills, and you will feel better the more you finish small projects. So remember, be patient, choose small projects, choose the correct materials to work with, give yourself some time to develop some skill before you move to blanket yarn and chenille yarn, and choose the correct size of hooks. And remember, every time you're making an amigurumi, if it calls for a certain size, you need to size down quite a bit, because that helps with the tension and for the stuffing not to pop out once you finish your amigurumi. So there you are. Those are my 5 tips for beginners. Do not have unrealistic expectations. Choose the correct materials, choose the correct projects, choose the correct hooks, and be patient with yourself, and practice, and you're gonna get there, and you're gonna finish beautiful projects if only you allow yourself grace to learn and grow with time. So thank you very much for watching. Again, these were my 5 tips and also my introduction of, I am now certified with the Craft and Yarn Council as a crochet level 1 instructor. So there you are. I started the year with 5 tips for you, or 5 challenges to overcome, and I will be back with basic crochet stitches and hopefully some basic projects that you can start the year with and grow slowly, making those big projects that you look forward to working on during the year 2024. There you are. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. Happy crocheting, happy knitting, happy making. Just go with the flow, and happy new year. Blessed 2024. Thank you. Bye.